I love Natsuki Subaru, not because he is a lollymancer, but he is someone I see myself in.
Cringe, Arrow, you see yourself in an anime character?
You can say whatever about me, but not to my goat Subaru. I'm the number one glazer of ReZero, just slightly behind Echidna because that man does not glaze ReZero, he inhales it. When I first watched ReZero, the idea of coming back in time after dying hooked me instantly. At that time, I was an Isekai junkie. I was watching anime like in another world with my smartphone. I'm not kidding. So, when watching ReZero, seeing Subaru break down on the laps of Emilia to the whole episode of two characters talking with each other, I knew ReZero was going to be something special, and it freaking did. It is the only anime that has made me cry so many times. I still remember season 2 part 2 of ReZero. I was bawling my eyes after every episode. ReZero is my favorite anime because the point of it is not being isekai anime, not being action, but it is about self-love and genuine character growth. There are already many videos on Subaru's character analysis, and I'm not sure I can go deep inside Subaru like them, but this is my take on Subaru and how I see pieces of myself in him. In our childhood, we always had something we were good at, but as life goes on, we realize that there always will be someone better at it. The same thing happened with Subaru. With each passing time, what used to be the best of Subaru, which was running faster, grew smaller and smaller. The expectations he thought others placed on him caused a constant doubt of his worth. Eventually, he stopped putting effort into trying to be better. Instead, he would do dumb activities just to make his peers laugh. But it was apparent, if this kept going on, at one point, he would be the only one in it. Subaru believed he was a disappointment, and this belief pushed him further into isolation. From one day a week to completely not going to the school, Subaru turned into a Sutton. He can't cook, he plays video games all day in his room, he doesn't have any friends. When seeing a couple around his age, he just sighs because he knows he will never have something like that. Then something special happens. From the blink of his eyes, he gets isekai to another world. Kakkoi janai desu ka? Kakkoi kakkoi. Subaru always puts up a front to hide who he really is, but deep inside, he knows he's weak, empty, and full of insecurities. And the cause of such miserable characteristic is none other than himself. In the real world, he had all the time and freedom to do anything to change himself, but he did nothing. Subaru was too afraid to step beyond the walls he had built around himself. But after being isekai'd into a fantasy world where there is magic, Subaru has a chance to rebuild himself. There is a saying, for a person to truly change, they must feel that the change is theirs, that they chose it. I am not saying Subaru never tried to change himself after being isekai'd. He is learning to read and write the new language of this world. He doesn't cut his finger when peeling vegetables, and more than anything, he is actually trying his best for the first time. But it doesn't mean his flaws will go away instantly. After being isekai'd, Subaru believes this fantasy world will operate by anime logic, in which he is a destined savior. He self-proclaims himself as Emilia's knight in front of actual knights. He then openly makes fun of their discipline, and when Julia? Who is Julius? When Julius questions, do you have the resolve and strength to be her knight? Subaru knows he's in the wrong, and upon realizing that Emilia doesn't see him as her knight, he starts crashing out on Julius. Of course, he gets his ass whooped by Julius. I literally couldn't watch this fight due to secondhand embarrassment. Also, when Reinhardt tells Subaru to clear the misunderstanding with Julius, he rejects. Subaru's pride is so big that it doesn't let him accept himself in wrong. He instead puts up an act of training sword not to become stronger, but to show other people that he is at least trying. His miserable characteristics don't only end there. This is what Subaru says to the person he loves the most. You should have a greater debt to me than you could ever repay. Such words imply that his kindness to Emilia was never unconditional and his love was selfish in nature. I know Subaru actually didn't mean those words, but my god, how can you say such hurtful words to your lover? We already discussed that what Subaru is now is not because of his childhood trauma, rather it was from the feelings of not being enough, the pressure of living up to expectations and social isolation. He wished his parents would give up on him, disown him, so he could finally justify the belief that he was never enough to begin with. But during the Sanctuary arc where Subaru relives his past memories, he finds out that his parents love Subaru not because of his achievements but because Subaru is their son. They never wanted him to live live up to the expectations of being the son of Kenichi Natsuki. All they ever wanted was for Subaru to find his own path and give his best in his own way. At that moment, Subaru realizes he had been trapped not by others, but by a case of his own making. Subaru breaks down in tears, overwhelmed by the truth that he can never return to his world to make things right with his parents. He can never give them the love and gratitude they always deserved. From this moment, Subaru begins to make peace with his past, realizing that being imperfect doesn't make him unworthy of love. It simply makes him human. Even in the time when Subaru can't see any worth in himself, he is now surrounded by people who genuinely care for him, who sees him as their real friend, who respects him for his courage, who sees him as the greatest hero despite the way he is. Little by little, Subaru learns to lean on other people, to trust in their strength, to ask for help, and to let go of the need to carry every burden alone. When confessing his love to Emilia, he says, "I love you and I want to be your strength." Those words are simple yet powerful reflection of how far Subaru has come. The person who is self-proclaimed as Emilia's knight in name alone finally becomes one, not by empty words but through true growth and resolve to stand by her side. I love Subaru because of how deeply I relate to him. When he gives that speech about how much he hates himself, it feels like he's speaking my own thoughts out loud. But instead of making me feel worthless, it makes me want to try harder, to be better. Like Subaru, I rarely leave my room. I don't reach out to new people and I stay stuck in my comfort bubble. I have the freedom to do anything, yet I constantly feel like I'm not doing enough. Unlike Subaru, I can't escape into another world. I don't have my Rem or Emilia to pull me back up when I fall. But someone special to me once told me, "You can always start over. It's never too late." And that stuck with me because even the smallest steps, if they are in the right direction, can still move you forward. Just by making this video, I'd be lying if I said I'm doing better. I haven't figured out what I want to be in the future, but I do have some goals. I want to gain weight, fix my sleep schedule, create better videos, and stop saying I'll start tomorrow. Also, it's not like I can't go outside. I'm not a complete shut-in, but the air quality in my area is so bad that I just don't want to go outside. Anyway, to everyone watching this video, please don't underestimate yourself. Don't limit your potential. You are doing better and you will do better. Real change is never a straight line. There will be setbacks, but don't stop reaching out. Don't stop searching for what makes you feel alive. You don't know what life will throw at you. You just need to live it. After all, you only get one life, so make it count. Make it something both your past and future self can be proud of. And above all, surround yourself with people who truly care, because when you lose sight of your own worth, they will be the ones to help you find it again. With that saying, thank you for watching this video. Please watch ReZero because it is peak. My words are not enough to explain Subaru's character, nor to express my love for him. He's just something special. Okay, I'll stop my yapping. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Bye. Bye. Bye.